The more sand has escaped from the hourglass of our life, the clearer we should see through it. Any man who tries to be good all the time is bound to come to ruin among the great number who are not good. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. Make no small plans, for they have no power to stir the soul. Forgiveness proceeds from a generous soul. Where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great. In war, discipline can do more than fury. One change always leaves the way open for the establishment of others. Whosoever desires constant success must change his conduct with the times. The reformer has enemies in all who profit by the old order, and only lukewarm defenders in all those who would profit by the new order. Men in general judge more from appearances than from reality. All men have eyes, but few have the gift of penetration. A wise man ought always to follow the paths beaten by great men, and to imitate those who have been supreme. Wisdom consists in being able to distinguish among dangers and make a choice of the least harmful. Never was anything great achieved without danger. So in all human affairs one notices, if one examines them closely, that it is impossible to remove one inconvenience without another emerging. It is better to act and repent than not to act and regret. Everyone sees what you appear to be, few experience what you really are. Always assume incompetence before looking for conspiracy. Friendships that are acquired by a price and not by greatness and nobility of character are purchased but not owned. At the proper moment they cannot be spent. Few men are brave by nature, but good discipline and experience make many so. Results are often obtained by impetuosity and daring, which could never have been obtained by ordinary methods. There is nothing as likely to succeed as what the enemy believes you cannot attempt. For this is the tragedy of man. Circumstances change, but he does not. I desire to go to hell and not to heaven. In the former I shall enjoy the company of popes, kings, and princes, while in the latter are only beggars, monks, and apostles. The ends justify the means. There is no other way to guard yourself against flattery than by making men understand that telling you the truth will not offend you. Make mistakes of ambition and not mistakes of sloth. Develop the strength to do bold things and not to suffer. The vulgar crowd is always taken by appearances, and the world consists chiefly of the vulgar. Gold will not always get you good soldiers, but good soldiers can get you gold. He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. Everyone who wants to know what will happen ought to examine what has happened. Hatred is gained as much by good works as by evil. By the delusions of seeming good, people are often misled to desire their own ruin, and they are frequently influenced by great hopes and brave promises. Appear as you may wish to be. A sign of intelligence is an awareness of one's own ignorance. It has always been the opinion and judgment of wise men that nothing can be so uncertain as fame or power, not founded on its own strength. It is a common failing of man not to take account of tempests during fair weather. To be feared is much safer than to be loved.